Hello guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid latest and important update. Today's agenda is made up of two very interesting talking points, with the first one being the French Olympic head coach Thierry Henry addressing the situation with Real Madrid not allowing French players to participate in the Paris Olympics, which is slated to take place this summer, as he has now released his official list for players participating in that tournament without a single Real Madrid player, not even Kylian Mbappe, who was being persuaded by the French president. We are going to be discussing you through that on this episode in the first part of today's agenda. And then shortly after that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day, as Real Madrid have now decided against activating a permanent buy clause for on loan aids. We are going to be detailing you through that on this episode as well as we progress. So please stay around right up to the end. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells so you always stay updated on every Real Madrid update daily. With the season done and dusted, Real Madrid will focus on the season ahead. The Spanish champions, fresh from a 2-0 victory in the Champions League final, and has already closed the Kylian Mbappe deal. However, before Real Madrid shift their focus to next season, the club have appeared quite sensitive about allowing its players to participate in a slew of international tournaments that await us in the upcoming summer. Real Madrid has been particularly hostile to requests from international footballing bodies to have their players feature in two separate international tournaments. It must be noted that the Olympics will be held in Paris this summer, meaning several players will be obligated to feature in both the Olympics and the Euro 2024 or the Copa America. Real Madrid, though, have made it clear that they will not allow their players to feature in multiple international tournaments, despite several requests from France and other countries. In fact, France's under-21 head coach Thierry Henry has recently revealed that Real Madrid were rather clear in their feedback when asked about their players to feature in both the Olympics and Euro 2024. Real Madrid were really straightforward about the Olympics, Thierry Henry said, as quoted by the Madrid Zone. "The last time I received so many rejections was at the university. There have not even been negotiations. You go, you ask, they say no and you leave," Thierry Henry quoted on the topic. Among all the other nations, France has been pushing the most when it comes to having some of Real Madrid's first-team stars available for the Olympics. It must be noted that the Olympics will be held in Paris, thus the presence of star players such as Kylian Mbappe and Aurelien Tchouameni, not forgetting Eduardo Camavinga, could raise many more eyebrows. It was earlier reported that even French President Emmanuel Macron could consider tempting Mbappe to play in the Olympics. But as things stand, Real Madrid retained a strong stance and are unlikely to allow any of its players to feature in the Olympic, let alone the newly arrived Kylian Mbappe. So having discussed and concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day, as Real Madrid have now decided against activating a permanent buy clause for on loan aids. While fans are celebrating the arrival of Kylian Mbappe to the club, there is a fresh news regarding an impending exit from the club. Indeed, as per transfer expert journalist Fabrizio Romano, Real Madrid have decided against a permanent move for on-loan ace Vinicius Tobias. Real Madrid first signed Tobias in 2022 on loan from Shakhtar Donetsk, the Ukraine side, with the young star joining the club's Castilla team. The Brazilian right-back did not make the best impressions in his debut season, but Los Blancos decided to offer him another chance by extending his loan stay for another campaign. However, Tobias once again struggled to carve out a place in Raul Gonzalez's starting 11, playing just 21 matches. The 20-year-old did feature once in the senior setup playing a Copa del Rey encounter. Either way, Tobias did not do enough to convince Real Madrid to activate the buy option in the deal for the Brazilian international. As such, the right-back will now return to Shakhtar Donetsk, where he will do his pre-seasons and hope to win a spot in the first team setup. As far as Real Madrid are concerned, Dani Carvajal and Lucas Vázquez will operate as the senior fullbacks for next season. Meanwhile, there may be plans to reinforce the position next year with names like Achraf Hakimi and Trent Alexander-Arnold being linked to the club. As far as Vinicius Tobias is concerned, he will also be keeping a watchful eye on the summer transfer market, apart from staying with Shakhtar Donetsk. Earlier this season, reports even stated that at one point Eintracht Frankfurt of the German Bundesliga had shown interest in the youngster at one point. Although things didn't go well between the player in Real Madrid, there is no love lost between the two parties. Real Madrid also will be of help if the youngster needs to find a new destination, as they are willing to let the youngster join any of the La Liga sides who are interested, or let alone any other European competitor. More updates on Vinicius Tobias and its future will follow in our future update. Stay tuned so you do not miss out on any. So having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of today's interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.